le ciel bleu vole en silence.
So you're in your 80s, This is the golden era of elegance. And I'm here to cheer you on as you develop your best style and your most signature style at this stage in your life. So welcome. If you're new here, my name is Netta. This is the final installment of my decade series that I've been doing all week long. We kicked it off on Tuesday with the 40s and we're wrapping it up on Saturday with the 80s. Of course, if you're in your 90s and beyond, this is going to apply to you as well. But every decade truly has lifestyle, budget, and physical specifications, right? So for me, it's not about what you can and can't wear based on an arbitrary number. You're 55, you have to stop wearing this, or you're 65, you have to stop wearing that. It's more what's going on in your life at that time, what's going on with your body, with your health, with your body structure at that time, what's going on with your budget, like all of the different things that really play a role in how we choose to dress every day. So if you're new here, my name is Netta. I'm a personal stylist. My whole focus is on women over 40, over 50, and really helping you up level your style and look and feel really beautiful and really confident every single day. I also am the founder of the Ageless Style Program, where I have cheered over 5,000 women on to effortless everyday style. So today I am going to be talking about style in your 80s. Style in your 80s. This is such an epic era to be dressing in, and first, I want to talk about some pros and cons of dressing in your 80s. Pros, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Your lifestyle is very flexible. Your budget is often more flexible. Your time is more flexible. So you can dress for yourself. And for some of you, this may be the first time in your life that you're truly dressing for yourself. If you are widowed or living alone, it's really like about you dressing for you. And regardless of what your lifestyle looks like, you really can start to say, okay, what do I want? Like, I've earned the right to wear whatever I want to wear at this stage of my life. So you really can dress for yourself. And again, you've got the time and maybe the financial flexibility as well. Cons, of course, there can be health challenges. There can be structural things that happen. Like you may feel like your clothes fit you differently and they hang differently and all of those things that happen in your 80s. So there are strengths and challenges in every era. And so we are here to maximize the strengths of being in your 80s. So the stores, let's talk about the stores that women in my Ageless Style community indicated that they shop at in their 80s. So we have everything from Ann Taylor to Loft, Quince, J. Crew, Nordstrom's, of course, Talbot's, Chico's, the usual suspects, right? J. Jill. But a lot of department stores and a lot of even the smaller department stores like the Bay, or at least they're smaller in my opinion. I don't have anything to compare them to in the U.S. The Bay and Reitman's and Von Maur. These are all places that came up as places that women in their 80s are enjoying shopping at. So let me know what your favorite store. If you're in your 80s, let me know what your favorite store to shop at is. Okay, so let's talk about some tips. I'm going to share my tips before I share a couple of my favorite 80s ladies with you. The first tip that I want to talk about is to watch out for fun clothes. Fun clothes can be lethal. Fun clothes can be that truly 60 or above, even 50 or above. Some fun clothes, like clothes that have like ditzy motifs on them or really cutesy motifs on them. Clothes that have a lot going on. I call them, but wait, there's more. Like it's a tunic and it's got a pattern, and then the pattern is also ombre, and then there are also embellishments, and then there's also tassels, and then there's also, and often what women will say is, oh, I love this tunic, it's fun, or I love these pants, it's fun. And usually when they say fun, they mean overly embellished or overly ornamental, and those are rarely elegant, and they truly are aging. So I would encourage you to skip the fun clothes. If you want fun clothes, get fun in terms of color, in terms of accessories, or with modern prints. There are other ways to get fun besides wearing a but wait, there's more type of item. Okay, those are clothes with too much going on. Definitely, let's leave those behind. Next is don't hide behind flowy fabrics. Don't hide behind flowy fabrics. Like what drives me crazy about a lot of what's offered for women over 80 is that we are seeing like layers and tiers and tiers and tiers of chiffon. Most women most of the time, it's going to help to define your waist a little. So consider a peplum, consider a top that ends roughly at the waist or the high hip if you don't want to tuck. Consider tucking, consider belting. Like, just try different strategies to find a flattering way for you to define your waist, and don't hide behind yards of superfluous fabric. It is not going to make you look slimmer. It has the opposite effect. It is aging, and it is actually going to add weight to your body as well. So try a peplum. It's a really flattering way for many women to add a little bit of waist definition, and they are back in style, so we can find them again. Okay. Next is to find your signature look. So you don't need a million different types of outfits. Look at your lifestyle. Where do you go and what do you do? Find a signature look for every event that you go to in life. A signature look for church, a signature look for lunch with your friends, a signature look for errands, a signature look for hanging out at home. And make your signature look, like, really dial in that signature look. This is my look to go to church, so I'm going to wear this type of look, this formula, every Sunday to go to church. That's not boring. That's actually the definition of signature style. If you look at someone like Carolina Herrera, who's really dialed in her signature style, she wears that white shirt and full skirt uniform all the time, and no one's ever like, oh, you're wearing that again. No, it's her signature. So dial in a signature look for every area of your life. Pick the 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 areas that you spend the most time in, and identify a signature look for that, and just work that on repeat. You will become known for that beautiful signature look. Okay, next is to add structure when your clothes don't have structure. So consider adding a shoulder pad. Like, if you feel like your shoulders are getting sloping, something that can happen as we get older, you're losing the structure of the shape in your shoulder, and so your shirts are looking kind of baggy in the shoulders. Try adding a little, like Amazon sells them by the dozen, adding a little shoulder pad to give a little structure to the shoulder. Consider making little tweaks and alterations to make your clothes more flattering. The shoulder pad is just one way of doing that. Another way of doing that is maybe to consider slanting your sleeve at an angle. That's going to create a more flattering look and a more slimming look to your arm. It's taking in extra fabric. It's a hemming so that your pants hit you at the right spot and they don't puddle or they don't fall and look awkward. So really, like, making adjustments, making tweaks, making little alterations, and doing a little bit of tailoring to make your clothes fit better. Another way to make an alteration in your clothes without actually altering them is to consider everyday shapewear. Like sizing up a size or two in your shapewear and wearing it regularly, and investing in like some all cotton shapewear or really comfortable shapewear you can wear every day. Really, you're just talking about underwear that just comes up a little higher, like maybe to your belly button, and is smoothing, not constricting, but smoothing. It can really affect the way that your clothes look. Okay, skip novelty shoes or bags. I talked about fun clothes. Let's talk about fun shoes and bags. Like, if they're really over the top and they've got a lot going on and they're like very cutesy, you are past cutesy. You are now in your elegant era. And cutesy can kind of look off and a little, I feel like, a little silly. Unless you've got very, very strong personal style and can pull off cutesy pieces in your 80s, I think most of us 50s and beyond, like, the cutesy stuff becomes really, really hard. And I say this as someone who loves that kind of stuff. So we want to really focus on like elegance and really finding pieces that are going to be timeless, and skipping novelty shoes, novelty bags. You don't want shoes with like bunnies on them. You don't want bags that have, whatever strange motif on them. You want really elegant, timeless pieces. Okay, next, stick to natural fabrics whenever possible. Like, for comfort and for elegance, natural fabrics are going to be the way to go. Yes, they require a little bit more care, but even if they're a little bit wrinkled, they're going to look more elegant, even wrinkled, if they're natural, than they will if they're synthetic and they're not wrinkled. Like, it's just levels up your style. They also hang really well. They just have a lot of properties that I think really lend themselves to an elegant wardrobe, which is what we should be trying to build over 80, but really at any time. So natural fabrics. You also want to skip really thin jersey knits. Those are hard for almost anyone to wear. They stick to every lump and bump. They are not cute. They are not easy to wear. Instead, look for more substantial fabrics that have a little shape, that have a little heft to them, that have some natural structure in them, because those will sit on your body rather than hugging your body and will be so much more flattering. Okay, next, let's try dainty jewelry instead of chunky statement jewelry. I'm not saying that there's no statement jewelry anytime, but dainty, delicate pieces look so much more modern so much more of the time. If you really like statement pieces of jewelry, as I clearly do, like you want one statement piece and you want the statement piece to be cool or modern or really interesting or a real extension of your personal style. Like a beautiful bold gold cuff, that will never look like frumpy or off or whatever. A thick gold cuff bracelet or a beautiful chunky watch or a great pair of hoops, like those are always going to be great. But if you're piling on the beaded and the wooden and the funky and the chunky, unless again that's truly true to your signature style, I would say dainty accessories are really the way to go for most of us in our 80s. Okay, statement jewelry, if you're going to wear it, should be fabulous. Should be fabulous. Okay, find your best length in skirts, sleeves, and pants. If you haven't done your fashion fit formula yet, what are you waiting for? Like, this is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. You may decide that your best length, and the fashion fit formula gives you, above knee lengths, knee-ish lengths, and then midi lengths. You may decide, I don't like, and many of you are probably not showing your knees as much right now. If you don't love your knees, there's no reason to show your knees, but you do want that skirt that's going to hit you at the right spot so that you look taller and leaner and longer and all the things, and you just look flattered in your clothes. You don't want to wear a skirt that's going to feel like it's too long and too, like, it just swallows you up. It's key to flattery is to get those lengths right. So the right length pants, the right length pants, whether they're cropped or full length, the right length shorts if you're still wearing shorts, the right length of skirts, and the right length of sleeves, really, really critical. So make sure this goes back to making sure that your clothes fit really, really well. Okay, next is to add a little makeup and keep hair modern. So beauty, our portrait is the thing that people see about us the most, right? Like it's the thing that people see the most. You want modern hair and you want modern makeup and just soft, pretty makeup, usually in cream or gel formulas, not a lot of powders, just a little color on your lips, a little color on your cheeks, a little mascara. That could be all you need to just add some color, add some freshness, add some glow back into your look. And then with hair, it's really, really important to skip like some of the very quintessential mature styles that are not flattering. Like get a sleek, modern haircut. If your hair is healthy and you want to wear it long, you can wear it long. I don't have any problem with anyone wearing long hair at any age, but like find a cut and a color that really works for you and make sure it's a modern one. There's a tendency to do like fluffy and short as we get older, and that can work depending on your bone structure. And it depends on your bone structure. Get a good hairstylist and really dial that part in because it is so important to get that beauty part perfect. Okay, finally, I have two more tips. Splurge on the best quality accessories you can afford. You need one neutral bag, one neutral shoe, one neutral, a great watch. Ask yourself, for this season, going into spring, summer, what is the shoe that I'm going to wear the most? If it's a sandal, spend the most money on a neutral sandal. Your best neutral, everyone's best neutral is a color close to their hair. So for spring, summer, invest the bulk of your shoe budget on a pair of sandals that is close to your hair color. For fall, winter, maybe it's a pair of flats or a pair of flat boots or a pair of heeled boots, whatever you wear. But that one shoe that's going to be your go-to shoe, get it in your signature neutral, invest more in it. You want real comfort, of course, when it comes to shoes, but you also want them to be stylish. It's the same with bags. Invest in one great bag rather than 8 $20 bags or sale bags that you're not really a fan of. Same with watches, same with jewelry. Like buy less, buy better, and make those pieces, make your investment pieces the most versatile pieces in your wardrobe. Okay, the final thing I want to talk about is avoiding too sweet styles. I talked about avoiding clothes that are too busy. I would also recommend avoiding clothes that are too sweet. So sweet as in they look dainty, they look childish, they've got little tiny floral motifs, they've got little appliques. Those types of motifs are just, they're just not, they don't work for us, and they really can look aging and matronly as we get older. We want to get more sophisticated, not more babyish. I don't understand the tendency for brands to put Peter Pan collars and tiny little floral motifs on clothes for women over any age, but I definitely think we should be leaning into elegance and away from like babyish styles that are marketed at us. So I hope that you found these tips helpful. Now I'm so excited to introduce you to a few of my favorite 80s ladies. Okay, I'm back. Now I want us to hear from some of my favorite 80s ladies. So Carol, who is in my Ageless Style program, said, my biggest challenge is knowing what is modern and where to shop. By watching Netta's YouTube programs and participating in the weekly Zoom group, she's in my Ageless Style program, I said that, I have been able to learn what is up to date. Because my style is classic, quiet, elegance, old money, my favorite place to shop is Ann Taylor and The Loft. I also like Quince, J. Crew, and Nordstrom. I resigned myself to altering everything I buy in one way or another. I told you guys like that was one of my top tips. Fit is everything. So she knows if she's going to buy things, they're not all going to fit her off the rack. And so she's going to require some alterations. The Ageless Style program has helped me consolidate all the things I knew about myself and my body into a systematic format. Knowing my color code, body shape, style, personality, and lifestyle needs has really helped me to zero in on the look I want. But the best part is having my own personal shopper, Netta, help me find items online to purchase. She is so sweet. Totally did not coach her to say that. But thank you, Carol. I've loved working with you. You have beautiful, impeccable, elegant style that we can all aspire to. Okay, Shar says, oh, and the dress she's wearing this picture was from Quince, and I love it. I love it. Shar says, I like Old Navy, Target, sometimes Nordstrom Rack, and Gap Factory. I don't like mid-length skirts, so she doesn't like midi skirts, white tennis shoes worn with them, long t-shirts and tunics, or Crocs and skinny jeans. So, you know, I've talked about this in the past. It's as important to know what you don't like and what you won't wear as it is to know what you do like and what you will wear. It's an important part of personal style is drawing that line in the sand and saying, I will wear this and I don't wear this. We just did that exercise with the women in my Ageless Style program. Like, what are you moving towards or what are you moving away from? What are the style elements that you love and what are the style elements that you want to avoid and that you want to stay away from? So great clarity from Shar. Okay, Vicky says, I'm 81. I've always shopped pretty much at Macy's, Dillard's, and any other place that carries petite sizes. I used to, but don't anymore, spend hundreds of dollars on any one piece. Since COVID and supply chain issues, the suppliers have been very late in seasons getting clothing to the stores. Lots of stores closed. Dresses have been just plain ugly. Macy's is still touting sweat clothes and sweaters in summer. There's more in Marshall's and Ross this year than Macy's. The other thing is the prices are very expensive. I make my dresses because there is usually nothing pretty in the store that fits. I have two patterns that fit me well, and I chose different fabric as is called for the occasion. I'm past the age of sundresses. I did find cotton pants this year at Old Navy and have found short tail tops that are making for good proportion. I also am considering cutting off about 4 inches off the bottoms of my t-shirts. That's a really good idea. I've got my white jeans and silver flats, even bought some belts, which I haven't worn for years. Yay, Vicky. Found in my closet a really cute 10-year-old short sleeve fitted twill Carlisle jacket that I'm wearing with wide leg linen pants. That sounds like the most spectacular outfit. So you are having a big influence in my wardrobe. Thank you, Vicky. So loved hearing from these beautiful women in their 80s on how they are navigating style in this decade. So I hope that you have found this decade series helpful. I do have an Ageless store shopping list because I know my Ageless store list can help you maybe zero in on the modern stores and stay away from the potentially frumpy stores, because I know shopping, as Vicky said very well, shopping can be a real challenge at this age and stage, and truly it's a challenge at any age, at any stage. It's a challenge for all of us because we're all trying to fit in the same like 10 sizes, and it's just not working for any of us. So I'd love to hear your thoughts if you're in your 80s below, even if you're not in your 80s. Like, what did you learn from these women? What did you learn from the tips that I shared? I'd love getting your feedback on these videos. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe so that we can hang out some more. And of course, don't forget, June 24th, my next round of Closet Confidence kicks off. I am so excited to have you in it. So don't forget to sign up. It is absolutely free, and I would love to have you join us. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.